Hello, it is March 22nd and it's time to wash my hair. So I have some bad news. I told you guys in a previous entry that I had a storage unit, and at that storage unit there was a bathroom outside of the gates that I could use 24/7, which is great because whenever I've needed to use the bathroom at night, I just drive over there and I'm just able to, use the bathroom and then come back here and sleep. So last night, my plan was to go about my day until the storage unit place closed, and then to go to the bathroom and kind of like shower, which I've done before, which was like just sponge bathing from their sink. And it worked out and it, was effective. So I figured I would do that again this time and maybe actually wash my hair in the sink, because last time I washed it by pouring a water bottle over my head and then just shower that way. So I went over there last night and got my bag all ready and started walking towards the door when I noticed that someone was already going in there, and it is a homeless man, and he's taking like a big bag in there. So I don't know if he slept in there overnight. I saw him there the night before, and he was standing on the road, and like when I came to use the bathroom, he was like staring at me and just like hiding behind, those big electrical like green boxes that they have on the side of the road. He was hiding behind that and just staring at me and watching me as I was like getting out of my car and stuff like that. It freaked me out a little bit. I didn't know what he was doing or why he was staring at me. And now I think it was just he was trying to scout out how many people use that bathroom in a night. So basically what I'm trying to say is that that bathroom is not an option for me at night anymore, which is a bummer. On one hand, I'm glad that he has a safe place that he can sleep and, shower if that's what he's doing, or, have water. But I'm also really bummed because that was my plan to shower. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have to completely rough it and just pretend like I'm dry camping and just do that. I don't know why I said camping weird. Dry camping. So that's what we're going to do today. That's the plan. And I feel absolutely gross. I really do. I feel so gross right now. I'm going to change really quick because I'm wearing my pajama pants still. And this tank top that I slept in, it's actually pretty hot already. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change into maybe another one of these and not put a bra on. Sorry to the general public that I'm not going to be wearing a bra. It might just be easier to do stuff because I have a bathing suit top that I'll probably put on when I'm doing stuff, just so that if I get it wet, it doesn't matter. Why does this have to be so complicated? It's fine. It's going to be fine, I'm sure, but it's just frustrating. My legs are really hairy. I actually have my epilator with me. An epilator is kind of like a electric shaver, but instead of shaving, it plucks all the hair out, which sounds awful and torturous, but it's actually not so bad. It actually has a interchangeable head on it, so I can change it to an electric shaver and I can use that to shave my legs. That way I don't need water to do it, but I might try shaving them. I don't know if I'm that desperate. Hairy legs doesn't bother me that much. It's mostly just my hair and like my face and just feeling gross and sweaty that really bothers me. It's not really the hair on my legs. Today I'm going to show you how I shower. Yay! Fun adventures with Ariel. Okay, let's do this. I have to say, this is probably the weirdest angle I've ever used for a video. Alright, so we're going to shower. Sorry, I don't want to be immodest. I'm wearing shorts. Don't think that I'm not wearing anything. I'm wearing shorts. I have my shampoo and my conditioner here. What I have here is a bucket. I don't think I'll need it. I was gonna use a mixing bowl. It's like way somewhere in my storage. It was not in the box that I thought it was, so it's somewhere that I don't want to attempt to get to today. The mixing bowl is out. It's old news. I have my water bottle. This is something that I commonly use to wash my hair, just because holding this while I'm trying to wash my hair is really inconvenient. So I use this. because it's super convenient to hold and it has a wide opening at the top. I also have my hair towel. This is a microfiber towel because I have curly hair, so I use this to dry my hair. I guess this is it. Like, this is how we get started. This is how I did it last time. So we're going to attempt to do a take 2 of what I did last time I washed my hair. Let's see how this goes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wet the hair first. So I'm gonna take my hair down because right now I have it in a bun. This is when I wish I had short hair. If you're gonna be homeless, just know that it's easier to do it with short hair. Alright, so here we are. So we go like this. Really focusing on not using a ton of water, but just trying to get the roots wet. Okay, roots wet, hair mostly wet. Now we shampoo. Before I do that, I'm gonna fill this water bottle with more water so that it's ready. Have everything close to you because it's easier to do everything that way. Alright, so now we're gonna do shampoo. So I'm gonna take actually a really tiny bit of shampoo. I don't want to have a lot to rinse out, so try not to use a huge amount of product. And then a tiniest bit of conditioner. I'm gonna mix those together. The conditioner is optional. I just add it because my hair tends to like it. And I'm gonna focus that at the roots because if you try to do your whole head of hair, it's gonna be too complicated to rinse out. So ultimately what we wanna do is soak up the oil at the root of the hair. With a little bit of water, just to kind of spread it around. Now we're gonna rinse the hair. So now that we got the shampooing done, I'm going to try to do a tiny bit of conditioner on the ends just because, like I said, I have curly hair. It really likes moisture and I don't want to completely deprive it of that. And when I say a little bit, this is what I mean. Just like maybe 2/4 worth of conditioner. Because I actually have leave-in conditioner, which I actually recommend if you have hair that needs moisture. Just use the leave-in conditioner because that way you can just leave it in your hair and you're not having to use more water to wash it out. And it will just come out the next time you wash your hair. Alright, then a quick rinse. And then I'm going to dry off my hair. Wring out most of the water. And then go into towel dry. So now that it's still pretty sopping wet, I'm going to put, it's a 10 leave-in conditioner, and this is really helpful because it detangles your hair, but you can leave it in, you don't have to rinse it out, so it moisturizes it and detangles the way that a conditioner would, so you're not wasting as much water trying to rinse out a regular conditioner. I'm going to spray it into my hand so that I'm not getting it everywhere. Just do a couple sprays of that, and then just run it through the ends of your hair. I was using a leave-in conditioner before I was homeless, so I still have this left over from before I was homeless. You can just get a big size of these, go in with a little bit more, and then I'm just gonna do a little run over the top. It's the leftovers. I'm not putting the main amount in the roots just because otherwise it will make it get oily faster or make it feel oily. So we're just gonna run this through. And you've washed your hair. I personally actually use a little bit of curl cream. I use this one. So if you use curl cream, you can. I just put a tiny bit in just to hold the curls. I find it just makes my hair look better when I actually take care of my curly hair. And I just part where we usually part, and that's it. So now we're going to do the rest of the body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of lean out of the door so that I can kind of get my armpit wet and then put some conditioner on it. I actually use conditioner instead of shave gel or shaving cream just because it works better for me, personally. So, alright, first I'm going to get a towel. Alright, we're going to shave our armpits. I don't know why I say "are," like we're both doing it. I just feel like we're in this as a team, you know? Now we're a team. We're doing this together. This is when it's really helpful to have a swimsuit top on because then it just dries easy. It's meant to get wet, but this is just a really thin tank top. I'm not super worried about it getting wet, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off the arm like that, and then we're just going to do it like that. So I've never done this before, so this is an experience for both of us. Oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. What has my life become? I'm gonna get a handful of water. Oh my god, this is cold. Tiniest amount of, oh, more conditioner than I wanted. There was someone who drove over here and then they drove away, so hopefully I didn't offend them. So now that we got our armpit wet and covered in conditioner, we're gonna go ahead and shave. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill up this bucket a tiny bit with water, just so that I can rinse the razor. It's gonna be easier. Alright, so one armpit done. Woo! Then I'll wipe it down with a wet washcloth later. Next one. I really feel like I'm living my best life right now. One thing that's really nice is I have a bunch of birds out here that are hanging out with me as I do this. There's one like right outside the door. And that is how you shave your armpits when you're homeless. What we're gonna do now is take a washcloth and have my body wash, and we're gonna wash our armpits like good citizens. So I have the bucket here on my lap. These are pretty thin. These are like the 16 pack of washcloths at Walmart for like $1.27 or something. I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna wet it. Get it fairly wet. And then I'm just gonna put the tiniest amount of body wash in here. We don't want it to be like so much body wash. We just need it to have like a little bit of soap so that we can lather it up like that. And then we're just gonna, don't want to go topless in front of you guys. If some of you are wondering how I know how to do this, I don't. I'm just winging it. All of this is winging it. Although I do have a mom that used to work as a CNA, so she gave me some tips on how to do it. She always said work from the top down, so washing the hair, washing the face, washing the body, and then getting the other bits. So I think we're good. So now I'm going to take a little bit more water. I'm going to flip this washcloth so we have a new side. Get it wet again, and then kind of rinse it off. Just rinse off the soap residue and any other conditioner residue that's there. This is when it's helpful to have a tube top. And we're done. Did I ever think I was going to bathe in front of you guys? No. Did I just do that? Yes. Alright, now we're going to do the face. It's going to be annoying, but we're going to get through it. Before I leave the part about washing your armpits, use deodorant. Just use it. Don't wonder whether you need it or not. Just use it. For the love of all that's good and holy, use deodorant. We're going to wash the face. I'm going to clip up my hair. Okay. And I have this top on still. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take a clean washcloth, get that wet, and then we're just going to wipe down the face. I've never done this before. I've always used the sink, so this is going to be an experience too. Any esthetician is probably like, please don't wipe down your face with a washcloth. I'm sorry. I has no choice. Now that our face is kind of wiped down, right now I'm using the enzyme cleansing gel. It's a gel, so there's not any beads in it because the beads tend to like stick to my face when I'm doing stuff like this. So I'm just gonna take the tiniest amount, like a pea-sized amount, maybe a little bit more than a pea-sized, maybe like a lima bean. So I'm gonna get my hands a little bit wet and just, then we're gonna take the clean side of the washcloth and I'm just gonna let this sit on my skin a little bit, and then I'm gonna start gently wiping it off. So now I'm gonna unfold it, put the dirty sides in the inside, and I'm going to get it wet. Oh, that's a lot of water. That was more water than I wanted to use. Then I'm going to use a tiny bit more of this face stuff, but I'm going to put it right in the washcloth. Just a tiny bit, like 3 tiny dots. 3 tiny dots. We're going to kind of lather it into there. Get the shoulders. Décolleté skin is very delicate, so be gentle. And then we're just going to take a tiny bit more water and kind of rinse off. Because you don't really want the cleanser to just sit on your skin, especially if it's an exfoliating one, because it's going to dry it out. Alright, you're done. So now what I'm going to do is going to go dry off my hands. This is part of my regular routine of cleansing my face. Witch hazel, and then I take a cotton round and just put the witch hazel on the cotton round. Then I use it as a toner. I've done this since I was like 14, 15, 16. I've tried to use other things, but this just always works the best for my skin. It's not going to work for everybody, but it just helps to keep any bacteria from really taking up residence on your face. Then I'm going to take It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. This is the trial size, like the travel tiny size of it, and it takes me a long time to go through this, so if you ever want to try this, just get the tiny size and use it for a while. I use the tiniest bit and it's very moisturizing. I'm going to take this much. Who would have thought that when you got my face routine, it would be when I was homeless? I used to use eye creams and stuff, but I'm not using one currently, which is why I'm not showing you guys how to use that. So, alright. So, that's how you get clean when you're homeless. We did it. We did it! Obviously, it's not as good as a shower, and it doesn't beat a bath, but it's better than nothing, and it definitely makes me feel better just feeling clean. My suggestion would just be to go to a park or an empty parking lot like this and trying to have your car parked somewhere or your RV parked somewhere where you kind of aren't really seen. There's trees in between, so they can't really see. I hope that was helpful for you guys to see. Maybe if you're living out of a van or you're living out of a car and you're trying to figure out how to shower and stuff, this is how I do it. I hope that was helpful, and see you guys later. Okay, bye.